You've found us. The 24th Annual Tails and Tales Gala will begin at 7 p.m. EST. Please enjoy our pre-show. For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/gala registration.
Thank you, Event Source, for your donations to our gala. Because of you, all of this is possible. We thank you again for your support.
Good evening. I'm Adele Moses, one of the trainers for the Southeast region of Canine Companions for Independence. I'd like to introduce you to Bogo. Bogo was turned in May for professional training after spending 18 months with a volunteer puppy raiser in Lakeland, Florida. His puppy raiser told us that Bogo's favorite command was bed. No matter where they were in the house, he would run right to it. I'm now teaching Bogo more advanced commands like turning on a light, pulling someone in a manual wheelchair, and picking up dropped items. He should be ready to find his perfect match in the next few months. Most of you know of Bogo as everyone's favorite deal at public supermarkets. The buy one, get one sale is one of their favorite customer draws. In honor of this truly beloved tradition, Publix made a very generous donation to Canine Companions to name Bogo. We are grateful to partner with Publix supermarkets who hold themselves to the same standard of excellence as Canine Companions for Independence. We appreciate their generosity and for their long-term sponsorship of the Tails and Tales Gala.
For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/gala registration.
Good evening. I'm Jen Haynes, and I serve as the Client Services Program Manager at the Southeast region of Canine Companions for Independence. And I have one of the best jobs at Canine Companions because each day I go into the office, I get to work with exceptional people who are eagerly anticipating their perfect match with an exceptional dog. And tonight we're at Judah West Church in Oakland, Florida, which is also the venue for our graduation ceremonies. Those are the joyous celebrations where we watch puppy raisers hand over the leash of a new assistance dog with someone with a disability and get to watch the dog and the person start their new journey together as a team. I'm here tonight with Alden, who is in professional training. He's working with our trainers every day and learning more than 40 commands. He may go on to serve someone with a disability by picking up dropped items like a cell phone or keys. He may alert someone who's deaf or hard of hearing to important sounds in their environment, maybe even a child crying. Or he might work at a facility with children with special needs. But wherever he goes, we know that he'll be an important part of someone's family and make an incredible difference in their lives. I'm excited that just a little bit later tonight, you'll get to meet Joe and Dave, who are some of our newest recipients and graduates for the Southeast region. They both participated in graduation ceremonies over the last year. And even though they're fairly new teams, there is so much to celebrate with them. There are people who are still waiting for their perfect match, and there is so much that we can do together. I want to thank you for your time, for your talent, for your dedication to our mission, and just assure you that every donation that you make tonight will go directly to serving someone with a disability and literally opening doors for them. I wish you and your family good health, and until we're able to meet together in person, thank you.
For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/Gala registration.
Cheers to you, ABC Fine Spirits. Thanks for all of your support and donations. Time for a refill. Good job. Good job. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Coca-Cola, for being a sponsor. Sponsor, tap. Yes, good. Tap. Sponsor, yep. That's it, buddy. Sit. Good. Good. Cheers.
Hi, I'm Janelle. Good evening. I'm the Gala Gal, and I'm your auctioneer tonight. I am happy to welcome you to the 24th annual Tails and Tales Gala, benefiting Canine Companions for Independence, and the first one we've ever done virtually. You are in for a terrific night at the Wonderful Land of Paws. And I want to give a shout out to MLB Creative and Sundance for this amazing set behind me. We are just 15 minutes from getting ready to go live. So if you've not yet logged in with Qtego, we need you to do that to participate and bid and donate with us this evening. You're going to go to cci.org/Gala registration. And at the top it says register for event. Just fill out that form and they'll text you a pin and you're all set. You can also text Canine to 72727 and go through that same process. Now, Well, our fundraising software, Qtego, is designed as a one-screen solution. That means you can watch and interact, bid, or donate all on one screen. But some of you might want a bigger picture. And if that's the case, you can watch on your laptop or tablet, and then with a second device, your smartphone, you can log into Qtego, just like we said above, cci.org/Gala registration, and you'll be all set. Either way, I guarantee you're going to have so much fun tonight. And the buttons on Qtego are big and obvious and easy to find. Now, don't forget to send us some photos of how you're joining us tonight. Is your dog cuter than Toto? Did you dress up in the theme at home? You're going to send those photos to cci.org/FBGala, Facebook, FBGala. And use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. Now keep bidding. On the silent auction items, there's 50 or 60 or 70 silent auction items, and the bidding continues until noon tomorrow, Sunday the 25th. But tonight we also have 7 premier almost live opportunities that I'll be telling you about a little later, and those will close at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. Get ready to be inspired. So I'll meet you back in just a few minutes, 7 p.m. Eastern. Keep enjoying the pre-show, and we'll be back in a few.
I'm one of the trainers here at the Southeast region of Canine Companions for Independence. This is Tosh. He's one of the dogs here in professional training. Along with learning the 40 commands, he's also learning some interactive commands, including painting. This will be a great tool if he ends up working in a facility to help interact with the clients. Here, Tosh is going to demo painting, and you can watch for it in the auction. Tosh, get. Don't get. Go and hold. Touch. Push. Paint. There you go. Yeah. Touch. Paint. Push. Paint. Come on. Good. Push. Paint. There you go. Push. Paint. Come on. Touch. Push. Yes. Good boy. Give. Thank you for joining us today.
For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/Gala registration. Everything is better with puppies. Let's check in on our puppies, and please take a minute to enjoy your happy hour Rover Clover drink with Tito's handmade vodka.
from printing invitations to auction posters, and this year, virtual sets, thank you, Sundance, for being longtime supporters of the Tails and Tails Gala. Because you do this for free, we can give expertly trained assistance dogs to people with disabilities for free. Thank you. Let's see what Zorba has to say about this. Zorba. Yeah. Nice. Good boy. Thank you, Fonda, to you and your husband for being longtime supporters of Canine Companions and being best friend sponsors of our Tails and Tails Gala. Because of you, this is all possible.
For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/gala registration.
Good evening, I'm Adele Moses, a trainer for the Southeast region of Canine Companions for Independence. I'd like to introduce you to Ashton. Ashton turned in for professional training in May, but started his journey to become an expertly trained assistance dog at the Duke Puppy Kindergarten in Durham, North Carolina. You will be learning more about this first-of-its-kind program later tonight, but let me tell you a bit more about Ashton. Ashton was born in our breeding program in Northern California, and then at 8 weeks of age, flew to North Carolina to start his puppy raising journey. He was in the pilot phase of the study, and once he arrived, he took part in a range of studies and games that will be used to help us identify early indicators of puppies who are more likely to graduate in our program. After 20 weeks of age, he began the second part of his journey and was raised by a volunteer puppy raiser in the Central Florida area. The goal of this project is to see more dogs graduate so we can serve more people. Thank you for joining us tonight for the Tails and Tales Gala. By being here and supporting our organization, you are also helping us serve more people and enhance the lives of people with disabilities.
Hello, here at Canine Companions, we want to give a big thank you and shout out to MLB Creative. Your design and vision has truly helped put us in the spotlight, just like many of our dogs will one day bring literal light to their graduates. Isn't that right, buddy? Alden, light. Yes, good boy. Thank you so much.
Hello, I'm Kathleen Kirkpatrick. I'm a trainer here at the Southeast Region for Canine Companions, and welcome to tonight's gala. We just have a few more minutes, and I know you guys are ready to party, just like Alden. Alden, speak. Very good boy. Thank you for coming.
Canine Companions assistance dogs are making a huge difference, including our hearing dogs. This is Miso, and he's learning to alert a person who is deaf or hard of hearing to sounds in their environment that the person might miss. Critical sounds like an oven timer, a doorbell or a door knock, a cell phone, a baby crying, or even a smoke alarm. He's learning several different sounds right now, like this timer. Miso, alert. Yay! Good. What? Yes, good job, buddy. Good. He reminded me that it's time to thank the Edith Bush Charitable Foundation for everything that you do and for being a top dog sponsor for the 24th annual Tails and Tales Gala. Thanks, buddy. Miso and I and everyone here at Canine Companions are so grateful for your leadership in our community, as well as we continue to be inspired by your generosity. Thank you so much. And thank you.
For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/gala registration.
Trish and Rick, we know how much you love dogs, and we are so grateful you learned about our mission. Your support as a best friend sponsor will help our dogs learn commands that will provide independence to a person with a disability. Spencer, push. No, push. There you go. Good job, buddy. Thank you for your support. Thank you to the Bauman Family Foundation for being the 2020 Tails and Tails Best Friend sponsor. Your support is the foundation in helping us create independence for people with disabilities. Thanks to you, now anything is possible. Good boy.
Thank you, World of Beer, for being our 2020 Tails and Tails Gala presenting sponsor. Without your help, none of this would be possible. Thank you for helping to create more independence for people with disabilities. Sansa here is going to be helping me give 3 cheers to World of Beer. Sansa, speak up.
For those of us using social media, please let others know you are watching and use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. If you haven't registered yet, please do at cci.org/gala registration. Welcome to the 24th Annual Tails and Tales Gala. Tonight, you will see the impact that our expertly trained assistance dogs have in someone's life. As we begin our program, please enjoy this video and get a glimpse into the journey of a puppy to highly trained assistance dog.
This is no ordinary puppy. He's a Canine Companions for Independence assistance dog in the making. Born, raised, and trained to rise to any challenge. Partnered to give independence to a child, adult, or veteran with a disability, entirely free of charge. Learn how you can give independence and give a dog a job at cci.org.
Let's journey now to the wonderful land of Paws, where the heart, brains, and courage of Canine Companions for Independence will be celebrated. Let's start our program with a special message from our Tails and Tales Gala co-chairs.
Good evening, and it's truly my pleasure to welcome everyone watching to our 24th Annual Tails and Tales Gala and our first virtual event. I'm Trish Walsh, and I'm honored to be with you this evening. I'm a member of the Regional Board of Directors, as well as this year's Gala co-chair. And I'm here with two of my three Gala co-chairs. You'll be hearing from Mary Jacobs, our other co-chair, later this evening. Right now, I'd like to ask my other co-chairs who are with me to introduce themselves.
Good evening, I'm Robin Sanchez. I became involved after going to a graduation ceremony. I'm a member of the National and Regional Board and a volunteer puppy raiser. I'd like to introduce Sowers, a 7-month-old puppy, and he's the 8th puppy we're raising for Canine Companions. I'm now going to turn Sowers over to Melinda Sowers, his namesake.
Hi, my name is Paul Richards, and I've been a member of the Regional Board and have been involved with the Gala for more than 15 years.
Thanks, Robin and Paul. I became involved once I learned how these dogs not only help their partners with critical physical tasks, but provide the love that only an expertly trained assistance dog can. We'd like to send a huge thank you to all of the Gala committee members who are helping to make this event such a success. We know you are all watching tonight. Tonight is going to be very special, and we are so thankful that you could take the time to journey with us to the wonderful land of Paws, where the brains, heart, and courage of Canine Companions will come to life in an event celebrating our extraordinary work. Tonight is a celebration of what we have accomplished, but we are also celebrating the future. There's much more work left to do. So many who need our dogs, and so much more we will accomplish together with your giving tonight.
The stories you will see tonight of our dogs and those they help are stories that may make you laugh and cry, but they will always make you smile. And tonight, we hope they will make you give generously. If you have not already registered, you will receive more instructions later about how you can register to bid on our premier and silent auction items and how to make a donation. All proceeds tonight go towards placing those exceptional dogs with exceptional people. Since 1975, Canine Companions has provided more than 6,500 assistance dogs, free of charge to individuals with disabilities. And even more so during a pandemic, our expertly trained assistance dogs are still making a difference every day. At this time, there are almost 400 active graduate teams in the Southeast region, and they have placed 34 exceptional dogs with exceptional people. And more than half those placements happened after our world changed in March, with smaller and shorter classes being held on campus.
The Tails and Tails Gala is the Southeast region's single largest fundraising event and has raised more than $6 million since it began in 1996. We are well on our way to meet our fundraising goal for this year's event and want to offer a special thank you to those supporters all who have already made generous personal donations, formed their virtual tables, donated premier and silent auction items, and helped with matching gifts, which you will learn more about later this evening. We would also like to acknowledge the other members of the Southeast Region's Board of Directors. They stepped up in a big way, and we want to say thank you for your support as we are all learning and trying to navigate through the virtual world. We are well on our way, but we still need your support.
Agreed, Paul. We want to thank our generous donors and those of you donating tonight. And how better to do that than with a Tito's handmade vodka toast? Throughout our program, you will see short virtual happy hour breaks with some special messages. We want to thank Tito's Handmade Vodka for providing a unique Gala cocktail recipe, the Rover Clover. So join us with a special toast. Dice is bringing me a surprise here. Thank you, Dice. What do we have in the bag, Dice? We have Tito's Handmade Vodka. So, everyone get their cocktails ready. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So let's all raise our glasses. So here's to you, all of our generous donors who are making a dramatic difference in the lives of so many because of your generosity. Cheers.
Cheers. We want to thank all of you for joining us tonight and for helping us to celebrate our work. Our mission is possible because of you. At this time, it's my pleasure to introduce Paige Mazzoni, the Chief Executive Officer for Canine Companions for Independence, for her welcoming remarks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Paige Mazzoni, and I'm the CEO of Canine Companions for Independence. Tonight is my honor to welcome you to the 24th Annual Tails and Tails Gala. And while it isn't in person as usual, we're still going to have a lot of fun tonight. We're going to travel to the wonderful world of Paws. We will learn all about the human-canine bond and the magical things it does to transform lives. You'll get to see the brains, heart, and courage of our organization come together in that magical formula that pairs dogs with people with disabilities and creates incredibly new opportunities in cases of independence for all of them. You're going to hear some inspirational stories. You're going to get to see some really, really cute puppies from the Duke Puppy Kindergarten. You're going to get to see how our team works together to not only train dogs and give them this incredibly high level of performance as service dogs, but also then pairs those dogs with individuals to help transform lives and help people thrive as they leave our campus with their new life. We're incredibly grateful for all the work that has gone into making tonight happen. Pandemics cause a lot of chaos, and part of it for us this year was switching this gala from an in-person event to a virtual event. And that didn't just happen overnight. That happened with a lot of hard work by a lot of people. I want to recognize the co-chairs of the event, Mary Taylor Jacobs, Paul Richards, Trisha Walsh, and Robin Sanchez, and their entire merry band of elves on their committee who worked so hard with our development and marketing team to pull this evening off. Thank you all very, very much for your very hard work. Thank you to the Southeast Regional Board. You support us constantly. You get the word out about us. You help bring people into our community, and we're so grateful for your help in general and also with tonight's event. And I have a lot of sponsors I want to thank. First, our presenting sponsor, World of Beer. This is the third year you've sponsored us for this event, and we're so grateful for your generosity and ongoing commitment to our mission. I also want to thank the Edith Bush Charitable Foundation, who is our top dog sponsor. You have such a legacy of giving in Central Florida, and we respect and appreciate that legacy, and we are eternally grateful for your support of our mission. We have a lot of best friend sponsors: Trish and Rick Walsh, Fonda and Don Sorenzo, Nancy and Jeff Bauman, MLB Creative, Sundance, and Clear Channel Outdoor. And tonight, we also want to give a very special and heartfelt thanks to the Bauman Family Foundation, who have given a very special gift to help us create a match. Joining them in that gift are Robin and Paul Sanchez and the DPH Fund. Together, these three have created a significant matching gift that will really help us reach our goal tonight, and we hope that you all can consider giving to help us reach that goal through that match. Tonight, I'm joining you from Santa Rosa, California, where there's a little wind, obviously. I wish I could be with you there in person as I was last year. It was a wonderful evening, but I know tonight's going to be great too. Last year, we raised over $800,000 and matched over 80 teams. We want to do that and more tonight. We need your support more than ever. This year has caused so much change for everybody. For us, it has meant having teams come in on shifts. It has meant changing a lot of the way we do things. And it has also meant that our income is down across the country by 35%. So there has never been a more important time to support our mission if you are so inclined. Any gift helps, and we're just grateful that you're here to engage with us. We truly hope you have a great time tonight. Whether you're a new supporter, someone who's meeting us for the first time, or a longtime donor, thank you for taking the time to join us tonight. Thank you for your interest in our mission. Thank you for supporting us. Together, we all can change a lot of lives and do a lot of good. So enjoy the evening, have fun, bid on those auction items, and just enjoy. Thank you so, so much. Please stay happy, healthy, and safe, and I hope to see you all in person next year.
Good evening. I'm Mary Jacobs, President of the Board of Directors for the Southeast Region of Canine Companions for Independence. This is my puppy I'm raising, Avery. We'd like to welcome you to the Tails and Tails Gala. The Gala is the single largest fundraiser of the Southeast region. Each of our dogs is valued at about $50,000, but each of our dogs is given to all of our clients free of charge. This includes all of their training, graduation, and of course follow-ups afterwards. Your gift tonight will help the many waiting on our list looking for their perfect match to gain independence and confidence in their lives. I'd like to welcome you once again to the Tails and Tails Gala and thank you for supporting our mission with the Canine Companions for Independence.
Everything is better with puppies. Let's check in on our puppies and please take a minute to enjoy your happy hour Rover Clover drink with Tito's handmade vodka. Please welcome our auctioneer for the evening, the Gala Gal, Janelle Taylor.
Hello, I'm Janelle, and I am delighted to be back as your auctioneer and fundraising host. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Wonderful Land of Paws. I want to give a shout out to MLB Creative and Sundance for this beautiful interpretation of our vision, the set behind me. Look who I have with me. This is Jan. We are thrilled to be here tonight and raise money for Canine Companions for Independence. This organization provides assistance dogs for children and adults and veterans with disabilities, but they do it free of charge. By being here, you are helping people gain greater independence. Now, you know, sometimes the best technology has a cold nose but a warm heart. If you have been to this gala, our gala in Orlando in past years, you know that one of the things we're famous for is this incredible silent auction. Of course, it's a great reflection of the support from the community, your generous bidding, and all the staff who make it happen and pull it all together. And since this is our annual gala, albeit a little differently than past years, our goal is the same. We want to raise as much money as possible tonight with your help. And one of the ways we can do that is through the auctions. We've got the silent auction bidding that's happening right now, like 50 or 60 or there might be 70 silent auction items. And all of that bidding continues until Sunday the 25th at noon Eastern. But tonight, we've also got 7 premier almost live bidding opportunities coming up that I'll tell you about in a little bit. Those will close at 9 p.m. tonight Eastern. And don't forget, we're doing the paddle raise, so get your virtual paddle ready to raise to make a general donation. Last year, if you remember, the room exploded in donations. You just kept giving and giving and giving, and we broke records. So stay tuned, because I have some exciting information coming out about matching gifts that we've already received. This year, this virtual gala is a little bit of a blessing in that we're able to tell our stories to more people than we could have ever crammed into a ballroom. Now, if you haven't yet registered for tonight's event, you're going to go to cci.org/gala registration. At the top of the page, it says register for event. Just fill out that form and they'll text you a PIN number and you're all set. Or if you prefer, on your phone, you can text Canine 272727. And it's the same process to get you registered. And don't forget, share some photos with us of how you're joining us or your cute dogs. And you're going to send those to cci.org/FB for Facebook, FB Gala. Use the hashtag Wonderful Land of Paws. Now, it's my pleasure to introduce you to our first inspirational story tonight. Learn about Joe and his canine companion dog, Helios. Joe is a fabulous digital artist, but he suffered a devastating injury, and Helios was there to lend a helping paw for his recovery. You know, a dog like this costs about $50,000 to raise and train and then provide a lifetime of support to someone who has a disability. We want you to join us tonight to make more matches like this possible. It's time to enjoy the story of Joe and Helios.
I've been involved with art and design in some fashion since I was probably 8 years old. I can remember drawing a lot and drawing characters, and that was my avenue that I enjoyed more than anything, or something I thought I was good at anyway. I can find inspiration just about anything. I almost helps if I have less inspiration because it can be overwhelming at times. I'm really into like science fiction movies or cars or dinosaurs, robots, animals, you name it. My name is Joe Latimer. I'm a digital media artist. I also work at Full Sail University.
I met Joe on Match.com. I was really busy going to school and just really didn't have time to go out, and he was my first date. We had so much fun going to concerts. We were very active, rode our bikes a lot, just really got out and lived life to the fullest. He brought so much to my life, taught me so many different things, and just really changed who I was by bringing so many new things into my life.
Before Helios, we had a little dog, Radar. It was a miniature pinscher, and I'd walk him every day. I was a very active person, so we were always walking or riding bikes or jogging or what the case may be. And one day we were crossing the Katy Way Trail, and someone ran the red light going 45 miles an hour, and that was the day that changed my life forever.
I was actually at work at the time, and it was 6:45. We were just getting ready to change shifts. It was in the evening, and Joe called, and it wasn't Joe. It was a woman.
My bike was totaled. I basically got smashed into her windshield and flew about 5 car lengths. Luckily, there was people at the scene that were able to call, and I was then rushed to the hospital.
He or she told me that Joe had been in an accident, and that he was that he couldn't move. It was obviously a shock at the time. They didn't let me back to the trauma bay for hours, and when they finally let me back, the first thing he said to me was he was an artist with no hands, and it broke my heart.
began our journey starting our lives over, really. We stayed in intensive care unit and physical therapy there for about a month.
He was very scared, and at the time they weren't really sure the extent of his injury. They didn't know if this was going to be permanent. They couldn't really give us a whole lot of answers. So we were both terrified at what the future was going to hold.
A friend of ours, Terry, had recommended Craig Hospital. Then Tracy and I had to move to Colorado right away to begin care and physical therapy as well. And it was life-changing for us to go out there, and every day was a challenge to regain what you once had, your independence. You're trying to just learn to eat and, dress yourself and move again, and just try to start again.
You're an overachiever. I knew we were going to get through it, and I tried to stay strong for him at that moment, but we knew that we had each other.
Once we had moved back from Colorado, we modified our home just to get back in the house, and you really begin to sink in that you have to try to figure out your life again.
When we first got back, we hired a in-home person. At the time, he wasn't able to open the refrigerator. He wasn't able to refill his water. So there were a lot of things that he couldn't do while I was at work. So leaving, I was just terrified. I called him multiple times during the day to make sure that he was okay.
Friends of ours who are real animal lovers and philanthropists had recommended Canine Companions. They had been volunteers and donors through the organization and thought it'd be a good fit for us. I slowly realized that I'm not as confident or physically able as I used to be, obviously. I can remember team training when we first started. They had all the dog crates lined up and everyone was really excited, and they had about a dozen dogs, I believe, and I can vividly remember Helios coming out of his crate and seeing his little birthmark here. He has a special little, I like to call it a zinc splatter, just because of coming from a creative background and being an artist, that it really made me notice him first, and I just knew that we'd get along great from there. When I was on the stage for the ceremony, I was really nervous, and everybody, you could just feel the tension in the air. It's a very emotional day, but you could see that it was time for Patty to hand over the leash, and Helios come running up and jumped right on me, and it's just like it really sealed the deal that he knew he was going to be going to a good home and be a great assistance to me. So we were all really thrilled, and it was a very emotional day. And when I was in the hospital, one of the things I was trying to figure out was how I could use the computer again, and I saw these U-cuffs being used for silverware, so I thought, well, if you can put silverware in there, you can certainly put a stylus or a digital pen in there. Once the stylus is in the U-cuff, I'm able to put it on there with my thumb and then actually use it with a Apple Magic Pad. Allows me to navigate the computer, so it works pretty good. These wear out fairly fast, but it's better than nothing. Working from home is really challenging. You're in solitude a lot, so having Helios has been great to have a companion there to kind of play with or take breaks. He always reminds me to take him out and feed him, and so it's really good for me to take breaks and get away from the computer once in a while. Being in a wheelchair, you kind of forget you're sitting all the time, and it's easy to overwork or just work long hours. Being a quadriplegic, just trying to move simple things in your office or access things, I drop a lot of things. I have a stylus that I work with. It's my main tool. It's even taking that off and on every day. I drop it a lot, but Helios is always happy to help. He loves to run up, and just the sound of it now, he knows that it's either time to take a break or I might need assistance to pick it up. Good boy. Helios helps me in a lot of other ways. I've recently been trying to get a van modified to allow me to drive with hand controls, and so when I go out in public, it's always nerve-wracking if I were to drop my wallet or my keys. He gives me confidence to know that he can pick those things up for me. Again, going in public, it's really nice to have him because it's a real icebreaker for a lot of people. Helios also likes to help around lunchtime. He likes to open the fridge for me, and that is a big plus. He can also, I have a gripper that it allows me to use my Tenodesis that I use as my main tool to pick up things, and if I drop that, I'm really stuck. So having him there to pick that up for me is a real big help. one of my worries was that with my wheelchair that he was always going to be in the way, or that it would kind of inhibit my motion. But he's so good about being in the right position or paying attention to my chair and always being ready to work. Helios loves to play when he's not on his leash. He loves to play catch, especially loves to catch the ball in his mouth. And he really is just a fun-loving dog once he's not working.
Oh, that's a good one. Good boy.
One of my favorite things about Helios is that he's always happy to help and happy to work for me. Even when he seems like he's not paying attention, he's always there and he's listening. From day one, this has been an absolute life-changing experience for us. It's very emotional, and it brings up a lot of memories and makes you really think about your life. And to have an organization out there that really puts so much thought and effort and care and the time and the talent and the donations and the volunteering has all just been, it doesn't go unrecognized. Every day was very emotional for us. You really go through it, and to know that you're going to have this animal that now is going to be a part of your life and your family. You now know you're going to be developing this bond and this love and this relationship with this animal that's going to not only add to the quality of your life, but you get to take care of it, and it's really a great experience from day one.
The fact that Canine Companions for Independence provides these animals at no charge, it takes a load off of those that receive these animals. This injury has incurred so much medical debt, so everything that we've had to do, the modifications, the medical bills have all been out of pocket. So to be able to have an animal that has provided so much independence and so much peace of mind for me, for Joe, has been invaluable.
Having Canine Companion for Independence put so much time, effort, and love and attention into these animals to give to you is just really overwhelming. You get this world-class animal that is impeccably trained and becomes your companion, all free of charge. And there's a lot to be said that so many strangers volunteer their time and efforts to make that happen, to give to somebody in need that needs help. I'm absolute proof that your organization is working, that you're adding value to people's lives, that you're making a difference. I can't thank you enough. We absolutely love Helios. He has been a wonderful addition to our lives and really is making an impact. I certainly feel more confident, and I'm a different person when I have him in public, and I know he is making a difference in the quality of my life and the way we interact with people, and it's certainly just, it adds a lot when you've had so much taken away from you.
Joe and Helios.
Good evening. My name's Joe Latimer. I'm Helios' bodyguard. He's definitely a superstar everywhere we go. Sometimes he needs my help keeping things cool. I would like to say hi to our family and friends watching at home. We love and miss you dearly. Shout out to my fellow Southeast Regional August 2019 graduates. We hope you all are doing well. Every moment of every day we are presented with possibilities to choose carelessness or kindness. These decisions can have important effects and influence on the world. It took only one person, a few seconds of careless driving to cause a lifetime of devastation, lost dreams, physical pain, and enormous expenses. These difficulties are rippled into the lives of everyone around us in many unseen ways. So please use our story to be a friendly reminder to drive safely and responsibly. Tonight we are celebrating an overwhelming majority of people that constantly choose kindness. Canine Companions for Independence is a golden example of kindness. CCI has provided us with an impeccably trained service dog, an assistance animal that's helpful, healing, and a lovable companion given to us all free of charge. CCI also provided an amazing human training program as well. We learned a great deal about dog psychology, proper handling, commands, and care. During training, we were introduced to a network of individuals and families with challenges, disabilities, special needs, and that we are now forever friends with. It's an emotional, inspirational, and professional experience we will never forget. Tracy Helios and I would like to thank a tremendous amount of people involved with CCI. Thank you to Sandy, Terry, all the talented trainers, the puppy raisers, particularly Patty, who handed over much of her heart on this very stage just over a year ago. On this very stage, she handed over so much love and support that we are now eternally grateful for. All the volunteers, office staff, dorm caretakers, groundkeepers, meal providers, the production crew, and especially you, the donors, to make all of this possible. Canine Companions for Independence, and those involved with this organization are truly a shining example of altruism at its finest. Your efforts have made a positive impact in all our lives. For this, we are eternally grateful. Thank you for all the kindness you've given and all the donations you provide to make people's lives great. Thank you.
This story, Joe's story, is a shining example of Canine Companions for Independence, and it's the heart of what we do with your help. You are literally changing lives, as Joe shared. Canine Companions for Independence provides assistance dogs to kids, adults, and veterans with disabilities, and they do it free of charge. Life transformations like these are made possible because you join us and you give from your heart. Now, it's time in the program where we get to see what we can all do together. When the entire community joins, we're going to fund a need and give from the heart right now. Now, this year, you're joining us virtually, and we are so thankful for your support. If you haven't yet registered, go to cci.org/gala registration, or you can text K9 to 72727. Now, when we tackle tonight's goal, you'll see buttons in front of you, but there's also a box where you can enter any amount that moves your heart. We are honored by the donations of individuals, of businesses, of foundations, truly all working together. Now, I have a monitor in front of me, so I'm going to try to recognize as many people as I can. So let's get started. And a reminder that we'd like every donation possible to show up in our total tonight, but if you want to send a check or maybe do a major gift by bank transfer, just put your gift in and then we'll make arrangements with you however you like. Now, you can also give anonymously. There is a box you can check if you'd like your gift to show up as anonymous. I have a big announcement. At this time, it's my great pleasure to tell you that we are kicking off tonight's giving with a tremendous gift, a generous, huge gift, thanks to the Bauman Family Foundation of $40,000. So if you're in the room with me here, let's hear a little applause. I hear it. There's only about 5 people. And at home, feel free to stand and cheer for this gift of $40,000 to kick us off. That is amazing. And what's going to happen now, of course, since they've put up $40,000, collectively, our goal right now, just the first of several goals, is let's collectively match that $40,000 right now with your gifts. So press that button, type it into the box, and let's see where we can get to. Now, maybe you could make a gift of $25,000. And if that's something that you're able to do, let me share with you what's possible. We have a program called Hearing Dogs Team Training, and $25,000 can fund the ASL interpreters, the instructions, the supplies. A gift of $25,000 could do that. But perhaps $15,000 might be a level that you could give at, and you could key that in. $15,000 helps to underwrite the extensive veterinary care that we do that's beyond basic care for these incredible assistance dogs. And if you're able to do a gift of that size, you've been blessed and you want to pay it forward, you believe in these matches and these programs, then key that gift in at this time. So let's check in and let me see who I can thank. I want to thank Stacy for a gift and Karen for a gift, Donald and Pam's given, Paige gave $1,000, thank you, and Stephanie gave a gift. I see Diesta gave a gift of $1,500. Thank you. And of course, the Bauman Family Foundation's on there. It's going to refresh in just a second, and I'll be able to thank some more people. So whatever gift you can make, press that button or enter it into that box. I see Jennifer's given a gift, and I don't know if I thanked Pam and Donald. So keep giving, and I'll thank as many people as I can. Now, Let's talk about $10,000 because there's something special about the $10,000 level. $10,000 funds that perfect match between that canine companion or that dog and that assistance worker. And so if you remember in the ballroom last year, every $10,000 that we hit a milestone, we brought a dog up on stage. And the room, you kept giving and giving and giving, and we ran out of room on the stage for all the dogs. Well, this year, we have as much virtual space as possible to keep hitting those $10,000 milestones. So if you can make a gift at the $10,000 level, now would be a great time. And in fact, now I get to thank Terry Barnhill, because right before we started tonight's program, Terry Barnhill gave a gift of $10,000. So imagine that virtual dog coming up on stage. Let me see who else I can thank. Barbara I can thank for a donation. Nikki, Bill gave $2,000, thank you. I don't think I thanked Maura or Health First. We have $5,000 from Health First, thank you. $5,000 from Rachel Schaefer, thank you very much for a $5,000 gift. Jennifer, Ellen gave $1,000. Shelly, I don't know if I mentioned you. Bill White gave $2,000. The gifts keep pouring in. Now, in past years, the $5,000 level, $2,500, $1,000, they've been very popular levels. Sometimes we get as many as 30 gifts at that level. So let me tell you what gifts of that size can do. $5,000 funds the training for, I want to make sure I get this right, the volunteer puppy raisers. So your $5,000 gift can underwrite that training for those volunteer puppy raisers. But a $2,500 gift actually funds 10 classes of students who are learning to work with their assistance dogs. And $1,000 underwrites the expenses for 20 puppies for a leash and a lead and their treats. So whatever size of your gift, we appreciate them all. Press that button, enter in an amount. It's 100% tax deductible. And if you're making a larger gift and you want to do it by check, just enter it and then text us or we'll follow up with you to get it the right way. So let me thank some more people. Gerard gave a gift. Angela gave a gift. Paul Jacobs gave $2,500. There's another gift. John McCauley gave $5,000. Let's see who else. Douglas, we gave a gift. Sonia, Sherry, I don't think I thanked you. Daniel gave a gift. We're up to $92,000 right now. So give yourselves a round of applause. We're working towards a goal of $225,000, and I know, working together, we can do it. So keep giving, and right now, let's go check out some of these premier auction opportunities. So how about if we start with item 901? The first of our premier almost live auction opportunities is number 901, Explore Africa. Without a doubt, absolute, once-in-a-lifetime bucket list memory in the making. This is ecotourism at its finest, called Ongava Private Reserve. Now, it's for 4, so who will you bring? Your kids? Your parents? Your best friends? This is a 5-day, 4-night stay for 4 at Ongava Private Reserve, which is next to Etosha National Park on the west side of Africa, just north of South Africa. You can read all about it at ongava.com, which is ONGAVA.com. Now, this is not average. It is exceptional. Ongava has been recognized nationally for conservation and research. There are over 100 mammal species right there. While you're there, you're going to see, and I have to list them, there's so many, zebra and cheetahs and leopards and lions and elephants and rhino and wildebeest and impala and kudu and so many more. Giraffes, don't forget the giraffes. And did I say luxury? This is just 14 luxury accommodations with, of course, ensuite baths. Some even overlook a watering hole. It's perfect. It includes all your meals and drinks. It's all inclusive for 4 and game drives every day, of course. Now, Ongava Private Reserve has been described as this surprising mix of peace and exhilaration. It's 125 square miles of memories in the making, and you can only bid until 9 o'clock tonight. Since 1991, those in the know have known about Ongava, ongava.com. You can read more details in the Kutego description. Let's bid. So, the bidding is open on 901, this extraordinary Africa trip. Last year, it was one of the big hits of the auction, so I'm excited to see what happens. Just a reminder of the highlights. It's 5 days and 4 nights, not for one, not for two, but for 4 people. So think about who you might take, your kids, your parents, your friends, anyone in your family. It's a fantastic experience, bucket list in the making, and absolutely ecotourism at its finest, and all-inclusive. So remember, you can only place your bids until 9 p.m. tonight, so press that button that says submit my bid, and in the meantime, let's take a look at our opportunity number 902. Premier, almost live opportunity number 902 has universal appeal. This is a universal VIP all-day experience for 10 people. 10 people. This is how you wow your friends, because you get escorted private access to all of your favorites. Of course, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, but also the Minions. And then there's the Mummies and Men in Black, and of course the Rip Ride Rocket. Of course, you get priority access to the best rides and attractions, but not just at Universal Studios, also at Islands of Adventure, where of course we've got Spider-Man, the Hulk, Jurassic Park, Hogwarts Express. It's an 8-hour VIP extravaganza package for 10, and it comes with a bonus, a 2-night stay at Cabana Bay Beach Resort, which is this adorable, themed, idyllic 60s, but of course with all the modern touches. So see Qtego for the availability for the hotel nights. And grab some friends and family, bid on this package because it has universal appeal. Bidding is open on 902, this universal VIP all-day experience for 10. 8 hours, behind the scenes, special access, and all of your favorite rides, plus the bonus of the stay. So bid together, get with your friends, and actually let me check in on the bidding and see what's happening. It looks like Kimberly started off bidding, Teresa jumped in, keep bidding against each other. You've only got until 9 o'clock. One of you could win, or you all know what an auction sniper is, someone who swoops in at the last minute and steals it. So bid on this package with universal appeal, and let's see what happens later tonight. Now, it's time for me to introduce our next inspiring story. When we began the Wonderful Land of Paws tonight, we heard from Joe and Helios about the heart of this program. But this next clip is about the brain. Do you know that it takes $50,000 to breed, raise, train, and then support one of these amazing dogs? So this next clip will tell you a little bit about the Duke Canine Cognition Center and how their work is going to help us make more matches. Let's check it out.
Oh, you're a good boy. Oh, you are a good boy.
Hello everybody, I'm Dr. Brian Hare. I'm the director of the Duke Canine Cognition Center and also a co-director of the Duke Puppy Kindergarten. And I'm really excited to be with you and also to introduce you to some puppies who are going to co-host with me today. First I have Rainbow here, and second I have Sassy. Thank you. And these are 2 puppies that just arrived here in North Carolina at Duke University to work with us from Santa Rosa, California. And we're going to be working with them over the next 12 weeks to study how they develop. I have been so lucky to work with Canine Companions for Independence over the past 10 years and seen all the amazing things that these dogs do, whether it's alerting to a doorbell, helping pull a wheelchair, or picking something off the floor for somebody who couldn't do it without them, even just motivating some special need client. They have to do all that without wanting to chase squirrels. It's a lot. It's a tough job. And so the question is, how can we identify the best dogs and have the most dogs succeed at training so we have dogs to help? So the new project we're working on is the Duke Puppy Kindergarten. We really have two goals. One is to study the development of cognition that may be important for dogs to be trained and learn to do their jobs. And the second thing is to look at different ways we rear dogs and how that might influence their ability to be trained. We have been taking 4 to 7 dogs every semester, and Duke students have been raising them on campus. We have a beautiful play yard, a playroom that the dogs can play in and hang out together. And then every 2 weeks, we measure with a battery of 14 tests how their cognition is developing. And we do that every 2 weeks from 8 weeks of age until 16 to 20 weeks of age, which is really the rapid moment of brain growth for puppies. And we're really interested, and it's going to be the first time ever that we've been able to chart cognitive development in young puppies as the brain is really still growing so quickly. So the goal, of course, is we want to find ways that we can have more dogs being successful, helping people who need the help. So I'm so thankful, really, to be part of the Canine Companions for Independence community, to work with all the staff members, and of course, thank you so much to all the people who volunteered to put the gala on, and to see the amazing passion and commitment. It's hard not to get enthusiastic and fired up when you're with people from this organization. And in the meantime, until we're together again, from me, my staff, our best wishes for the future, and I hope you stay healthy. All right, thank you all.
You can see, a lot goes into these incredible dogs, so we need your help to make more matches. Let's check in on the donations and see how we're doing towards our goal. Right now we're at $94,000, so let me thank Kathleen for a donation, and Melody, Lauren, Marcy, Donna Dowlis gave $1,000, thank you. I don't think I thanked Crystal yet, or Lindsay, Janie, Chris, there's a whole bunch of names scrolling by. I'll try to get some more in just a minute. Now, we're making great progress. You killed that first $40,000 goal, so let me give you another one. At this time, it's my pleasure to announce 2 more amazing gifts. Everyone, please thank the DPH Fund, I want to make sure I get that right, for an incredible gift of $25,000. And wait, that's not all. I have another $25,000 gift, another $25,000 from a regional board member who wants to issue a challenge to everyone watching. So folks, that's another $50,000, and that's our next goal to tackle and match. Every $50,000 funds 5 more dogs getting ready for graduation. It's really incredible. So let's see what we can do with this. Now, just a reminder, if you're making a large gift, please put it into the donation box or enter, by pressing a button. If you want to make that by bank transfer or check, we can work that out with you. And you can always do anonymous if you check that box. So please keep giving. I'll go back to the list in just a second, but let's talk again about what your gifts can do. $10,000 funds that perfect match, that initial match of the assistance dog and the trainer. And from there, $5,000 we said talked about training the volunteers or training all the trainers. $2,500 funds 10 classes. And $1,000 funds 20 puppies and what they need for their leash and their treats and their leads and all of that kind of stuff. And $500, we didn't talk about that, so let me tell you what that does. $500 provides field trips and outings so that they can practice working together. So whatever your gift, you can enter it into the box, you can press a button, but all these gifts work together to help us meet this goal of $225,000. Let's check in and see what we've got. We're up to $159,000 and we've got huge anonymous bidders, $15,000 to an anonymous bidder, that $25,000 to the anonymous board member, another $25,000 we said to the DPH fund. Thank them again. But I don't know if I thanked Andrea. I don't know if I thanked Kathleen. So thank you very much as the gifts come in. It's just so exciting to see what's happening. We'll check back on that in just a minute, but let's go back to our auction items. Right now it's time for number 903. The first of our premier almost live auction opportunities is number 901, Explore
They'll be
Africa.
playing 901.
Without a doubt, absolute, once in a
903.
lifetime, bucket list memory in the making. This is ecotourism at its finest, called Ongava Private Reserve. Now it's for 4. So our premier third almost live opportunity is 903, the Big Bourbon Blast for 6. Now, if you love bourbon and you love dining, this is the package for you. This one-of-a-kind bourbon extravaganza has the makings for a memorable night, but it's all focused around a 5-course meal for 6 that you get some help with, prepared virtually. And because it's virtual, you can make that bourbon cocktail and enjoy it at home with your friends and family. So let's talk about this night. Your hosts during this cocktail and camaraderie time are going to be 2 virtual cooks, Marty Fisher and David Isaacson. And of course, they're going to tell you some stories while they help you prepare this virtual meal. To make your virtually hosted dinner even more special, we've included the best bourbon, private stock bourbon from Woodford Reserve, the official bourbon for the Kentucky Derby, and of course, one of the world's finest. But there's also additional bourbon so that you can make your own cocktails, like my dad's favorite, an old-fashioned. Maybe it's your favorite too. It includes a $500 gift card so that you can get all of the things you're going to need, whether that's the ingredients or some glassware or some cookware for your meal. And of course, a big green egg, because it's the best way to, whether you're a budding chef or you're an established chef, the best way to grill in your backyard. Now, the winner of this package, of course, needs to be 21 and over, but grab some friends and family. Let's have a bourbon experience with this great dinner for 6. And so many people contributed to this package. CQ for all the details, and thanks. So, we've never had a package like this, 903, this bourbon experience. Of course, it's got the Woodford Reserve bourbon and a bunch of other bourbon, but it's all about this 5-course virtual dinner that's going to be prepared with you. And it's a real experience that we haven't been able to offer before. So let's check in on the bidding. Looks like Kathy started it off at $1,500. Rachel jumped in and stole it back. Kathy stole it back. You can keep bidding again until 9 Eastern tonight. Just press that button, or you can enter any amount in there. We appreciate every dollar as it adds towards our total, so keep bidding on that. And let's check out our next package, which is 904. Our next premier almost live opportunity is number 904, North Carolina, in the mountains. Be transported to the mountains where peace and serenity await. Now, this is a 1-week stay in a 4-bedroom, 3-bath home that sleeps 8. It's in the Lake Lure area, which is 30 minutes from Asheville, just a beautiful area. And it boasts everything you need to make memories, from the fire pit to the hot tub to the lower level rec room. Of course, it's got majestic mountain views with these amazing sunrises and sunsets. And the kitchen was recently remodeled. It's got vaulted ceilings so that it all feels very spacious and welcoming. We want to thank Bill and Kelly Sarantis for this generous donation. Bid now. So bidding continues on 904. This is North Carolina in the mountains. It's a 1-week stay in this 4-bedroom, 3-bath home. It sleeps 8, and it is about 30 minutes outside of Asheville. So a beautiful location. The area is called Lake Lure. I'm sure you've probably heard of it if you're familiar with that area. And what I want to make sure to tell you is it's pet friendly. So if that's a pet that you want to take up to the mountains, what a wonderful experience that is. So hit that button and tell until 9 o'clock, and let me check in and see what's been happening with the bidding on 904. It's, we started off at 2,500, but then I see Mary came in, Gerald came in, Mary came back, so it's gone up quite a bit since we started earlier yesterday. Keep bidding until 9 o'clock, and we're going to see who's taking their family and friends to the mountains of North Carolina. In the meantime, let's check out item 905. Premier Almost Live item 905 is combined in a way that we've never done before. It's an insider experience at Canine Companions in Orlando, but there's multiple components that take place over several days. Now, your exclusive interactions, of course, will happen on mutually agreeable dates, but also on the dates when parts of this are scheduled. You and a guest, ages 13 and above, please, will get to interact with these dogs in a way that very few people get to do. Whether that is outside, exercising and observing in the play yard, or it's hands-on with a bath time and kennel tours, or actually feeling and seeing what it's like to be a potential recipient, or the joy that comes with a pre-match ceremony. Now, with all of these experiences, of course, we'll throw in some breakfast and lunch, some photo ops for your Instagram and social media, and of course, a commemorative photo. But there's also a bonus. The winning bidder for this package is getting 2 VIP tickets to next year's, and it is sure to be great, 25th annual Tails and Tales Gala on October 16th, 2021. This is a behind-the-scenes experience. Place your bids. Bidding is open on 905, this behind-the-scenes experience at Canine Companions Orlando. And while we've offered some experiences like this before, it's never been this combination with this types of experiences all together. So you'll do some in-person training, you'll get to see one of the matching ceremonies, you'll get to feel what it's like to be a participant, and these are not opportunities that are open to the general public. So we're excited to bring this to you. Of course, it's the only time of the year that you can do something like this. So bid until 9 o'clock. And let me check in on the bidding. It looks like Sarah opened the bidding today, so you can keep bidding, and I can't wait to see where that goes because there's just no other way you can have that experience. Keep bidding on those premier auction items, and in the meantime, I want to share our next story with you. Now, we started with the heart of the program, and then we learned about the brains behind the program, but now let's talk about courage. In 2003, during the invasion of Iraq, Colonel David Roselle was driving a truck across the desert, and there was an explosion. He lost his leg in the explosion with a landmine, but he never lost his commitment to fight for our community and for all of us. In 2001, we were able to pay David back and to help him regain some of the independence that he had sacrificed for us. Please meet David and his canine companion.
Hello, I'm David Roselle. I'm a Colonel of the United States Army, and this is Kylan, my CCI dog. I'm really sorry I'm not there in person tonight, and I'm sorry that the gala is not happening in person, but I'm so happy everyone tuned in to be part of this. And tonight I just want to tell my story, my CCI story, and tell about the great things that have changed my life because of CCI. I've been in the Army for about 25 years. And I've traveled the whole world. And unfortunately, in about 3 months' time from deploying over to Iraq and doing some amazing things, unfortunately, I hit a anti-tank mine in a light-skin Humvee, and it took my right leg. My motivation through my rehab, personally, was honestly first to my family. I wanted to make my wife proud. I wanted my son. My son had been born just at the return of my injury and the loss of my right foot. And I wanted to run with him. I wanted to be able to run and ski and live with him. And that's about the time that I met CCI. It was kind of forced on me by a good friend of mine. He said, you really need a service dog. And I really didn't feel like I needed a service dog because I'd only lost my leg below the knee. And I just thought to myself, God, there's so many deserving people out there who need a service dog. Why would I need a service dog? What people often ask me is how things have changed. Right? What has a service dog done for me? And I really struggled with it for a long time because I have to admit, what I was looking for in my life was what I didn't understand yet, and that was to be happy. And I have to tell you, it's difficult as an amputee to get up every single morning, and in order to take that first step, or even in the middle of the night, you've got to put on your leg. And I've got it easy. I don't have to get into a wheelchair. I don't have to strap on 2 crutches. I just have to put a leg on. It is a hard thing for me to do every morning, to get up and get over a quick moment of depression and get going. But when you open the door and there's 59 pounds of fur that's ready to give you some love, it changes everything. And whether it's her picking up my sock that I've dropped as I'm putting on my leg, or whether it's her picking up my car keys as I'm fumbling around trying to get out to the car in the snow carrying too much, or whether it's her ability to sense others' emotions and help me see that when people are in stress. I can only imagine how many CCI dogs out there are doing that kind of work every single day. And it's not just about the push and the pull and the get and the release. It's about the love that they provide everyone, and they sense it and they know when they need it. Now, my wife makes fun of me all the time because I'm a little sensitive, and you wouldn't think that for a guy with a Bronze Star with Valor and a Purple Heart on his chest, and 4 deployments overseas, 3 to Iraq and 1 to Afghanistan. But ultimately, what I really need is love. CCI changed my life. I would almost go as far as saying that CCI saved my life, because Domi and Kylan, at times when life is tough, and I think about the horrible things from war and death and violence and loss of friends, loss of enemy and things that I've had to do at war, I always have a dog that gets me through it. That's a hard thing to describe, and I could probably spend the rest of the night trying to explain it to you. But what I really want to do is for you to know that the Veterans Program, it's very unique, it's critical, and I do believe it is saving lives. Because a service member will not take their lives when they know they got to wake up in the morning and open the kennel door for one of these. So please keep supporting our veterans programs. Thank you for supporting CCI, and I hope, even though you're not there at a gala in person, I still hope you're at home, and I toast you, and I hope everyone's having a great time. And to CCI, thank you.
David, thank you for sharing your story and sharing Kylan with us, and thank you for your service. Matches like David and Kylan are possible because of your help, because of your support. So everyone watching right now, you giving from the heart, that's what makes these matches happen. In fact, let's check in on the donations and see what's happening. We're up to $167,000, and I want to thank Victoria and Heather. Peggy gave $1,000. Donna Dallas gave $2,500. Fonda Sorrenzio gave $1,000, and Amy and Kurt Hall gave $3,000. Those totals are really adding up, and you've done great with the first 2 challenges I've given you, so let me give you one more. Every gift counts. So let's do this. It is my great pleasure to announce that we now have a $15,000 challenge gift. And for this gift, I want to thank Linda and Joe Mucha, who have been longtime volunteers and made this tremendous gift. So the way that I think we can match it right now is if we get 30 gifts of $500 to come in through that scroll, and I'll say your names and I'll thank as many as possible, but let's knock out a quick match to this $15,000 and get that much closer to our $225,000 goal. Thank you again for these gifts. And if you can give it $500, remember we said that funds these field trip outings experiences so that they can practice working together as they're learning and training together. If $250 is a gift that you would like to give, let me tell you what that does. Oh, yes, of course. It makes these matches possible. $100 funds food and supplies for a dog for 2 weeks. Even $50 takes care of a puppy with a leash and a lead and little treats. So whatever gift you can make, we're all working together. Let me thank some more people. We're at $184,000. Ed and Bonnie gave $1,000. I think that was Ed and Bonnie Bohannon. It disappeared off the screen because the Prague family gave, and Susan gave, and Ed, oh yes, there's Ed and Bonnie Bohannon. Ed and Amy Coslow gave $1,000, thank you. And of course, Linda and Joe, $15,000 as a challenge gift, really fantastic. Karen, I don't know if I got to thank you. Victoria, who else? Amy Hull gave a gift of $2,000. The gifts just keep rolling in. We're at $187,000, folks. We're going to make it to that $225,000. Remember that what we're doing is all working together, and the best gift, even if you don't bid in the auction, is the one that fits perfectly in your heart. It has no expiration date. It's the one that you'll remember because you're paying it forward and really changing people's lives with independence. We appreciate every gift, large and small, as they all work together. This community, all of you that are joining us tonight, it's how you make it possible for us to deliver these programs and do this mission. We thank you so much for your support. Now, I could keep thanking you all night for your generosity, so keep giving. But in the meantime, we've got 2 more premier almost live opportunities coming up, and the next one is number 906. So, this premier auction opportunity is number 906, and it comes from one of our super longtime supporters, SeaWorld Parks and Resorts. We are so thankful for another generous donation. So what's included? So much, almost everything. Here's the list. Now, this package isn't just for 2, oh no, and it's not for 4, it's for 6. Everything in this package is for 6 people. So it includes Aquatica Water Park, and then the bucket list wait so long to go all day experience that is Discovery Cove, where you swim with the dolphins, walk underwater with a dive helmet, spend the whole day, snorkel with manta rays. It's all fantastic. But wait, there's more. On another day, when you're ready for adventure, you'll head to SeaWorld, where there's 200 acres of things to explore, including the dolphin encounter for 6. And here's what's really amazing, this behind the scenes with the rescue team. During this time, you will meet the tireless team that rescues animals and be there firsthand as they prepare food and they take care of the favorites, your favorites like manatee and turtles and seabirds. It's all behind the scenes, and it's going to be hosted. This very special tour is hosted by our friend Chris Stoll. Thanks again to Chris and everyone at SeaWorld Parks and Resorts for supporting us with this great donation. Everything's for 6, and you can bid until 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. So bidding is open on 906, and we are so thankful for this ongoing wonderful partnership with SeaWorld Parks and Resorts. What's amazing about this is that it's not just 1 or 2, it's like 3 days of experiences and making memories. Discovery Cove is such a bucket list destination where you're swimming with the dolphins, but I don't know if you know about the other things you're doing, like putting on the dive helmets and actually walking underwater or snorkeling with the rays. There's so many cool interactive memories there. And then you've got a day at SeaWorld where you're meeting the rescue team and doing all of those things. There's a dolphin encounter. And then you've got the Aquatica Day where you're playing in the water parks. So it's all just so wonderful. We thank you so much for this donation. And remember, you can only bid till 9 o'clock tonight. So press that button that says submit my bid and enter your amounts. We look forward to seeing what happens. We're so thankful for your support. I've got just one last almost live opportunity, and that's number 907. So the last premier almost live opportunity is 907, where we're going to transport you to the North Carolina beaches. Now, this vacation is 1 week, and it's a shortish drive, about 8 hours away, to some of the most beautiful North Carolina beaches. This luxurious private home is just south of Wilmington in Pleasure Island, and it makes a great oasis to use to explore the quaint beach towns, the historic areas around, and even the wildlife. Now, we've got Carolina Beach, historic Fort Fisher, and there's tons of things to do, including events and festivals, and a lot of wildlife. You might see deer or fox, even some whale watching sometimes. So you're going to come for nature, come for the outdoors, come for the beach. This 3-story home sleeps up to 10 and features an elevator, a deck on the roof, a deck on the roof, plus other decks. It's got bikes for nearby beach access. So I want to thank the La Liberty family for this great donation, and place your bids. We only have until 9 p.m. tonight. So the bidding is hot on our last almost live opportunity, 907, the North Carolina beaches. Now think about this, rooftop deck at the beach and sleeps 10. So fantastic. We're so excited to have this donation. A 3-story home. I'm sure you've seen the beautiful pictures. There's lots of information in Cutego there, and you have less than an hour to finish placing those bids. Sarah started it earlier, then Cindy jumped in, Joellen jumped in, Cindy jumped back in. I can't wait to see where this one ends. You've got just a few minutes to keep placing those bids till 9 o'clock Eastern tonight. You've been doing a great job fundraising, so let's check back in on those donations and see where we are towards our goal. I am so excited for all of the participation, all of the generous donations from all of you. I can't wait to see how close we are to that $225,000 goal. Currently $188,000, so let me thank some more people. Ellen, I don't think I got to thank you. Elizabeth, Andy, Dustin, Kathleen, Robert. The gifts are just scrolling in. I don't think I thanked Katie and Tad, or maybe it's Thad. I don't know if I thanked Beth. So many gifts coming in right now, so thank you for all of those. We're adding them up. Now, we realize many people might actually be watching this after tonight. We'll have the link for you so that you can share it with your friends. Please keep giving. If you want to send in a check, you can always just note to Wonderful Land of Paws. And of course, you can call us if you want to make arrangements for any type of bank transfer or any other gift from a foundation or a trust or that kind of thing. Working together, we are going to hit that goal of $225,000 and make these fantastic matches that matter so much of assistance dogs and people who need this assistance. And we do it free of charge with your help. So stay tuned for the post-show. We've got a puppy cam. We've got the winners of the costume contest. The premier 7 items close bidding at 9 o'clock tonight. The silent auction closes at noon tomorrow, so you've got a little more time to keep on those. Whatever you did to join us tonight, whether you bid in the auctions, you made a donation, or you just watched and you learned and heard our stories, thank you. Thank you for joining us. You've made the world a little bit better tonight, and we really appreciate it. It's been my pleasure to assist you. Enjoy the post-show, and good night.
Thank you for watching tonight and supporting the work of Canine Companions for Independence. Your gifts will provide expertly trained assistance dogs free of charge to children, adults, and veterans with disabilities. Before we start our post-show, let's take one more peek at our puppies for our Puppy Happy Hour. Watching puppies at play always makes us happy.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Mary Johnson, hearing dog instructor for the Southeast region of Canine Companions for Independence. This evening, I have Fisher, who was named for Kathy and Marty Fisher, supporters of our organization. Fisher is in training to become a hearing dog. Through her training, she will learn to alert to the sounds such as a timer, a microwave oven, a door knock, a doorbell, the sound of a television, and even a smoke alarm or babies crying. Through their work, they provide independence to their partners so that they become an extra set of ears to never miss sounds that happen in the environment. Through your generous support, you will be helping us to place more hearing dogs like Fisher. Thank you so much for your support of Canine Companions.
Stayed up here. I wanted to pet more puppies. To the board members, the staff, our team trainers, puppy raisers, breeders, and volunteers, bottom of my heart, thank you. To my classmates, it's been a true pleasure getting to know you, especially the troublemakers, and to get to know each of your Canine Companions' story. And to all of you, thank you and good luck in maintaining ideal weight. So as Danielle mentioned, I am Colonel David Roselle, and it's an incredible honor for me to represent this class and Canine Companions Veterans Initiative, which is just a few days shy of Veterans Day today. Senior leaders in our Army have a fairly strict script for Veterans Day events, but if you'll forgive me, I'll stray from that script, and instead I'll tell you this soldier's story. I've now served in the Army for 26 years, but the defining moment for me was back as a young captain in 2003, just after the invasion of Iraq. I want to see what that word was. Do invasion again? That's cool. I like that. Got to make your face, though. That's good. On that fateful day in June, I ran over an anti-tank mine with my vehicle, but I was spared my life, and I only lost the lower right part of my leg, to include my foot. I did not let that single event define me. Instead, I focused on my recovery. I was found fit for duty. I took another command, and 18 months after injury, I returned to fight in Iraq. In doing so, I was the first from the battlefield to become an amputee and return to command on the same battlefield since the Civil War. Thanks. Thank you. But I wasn't done. I've since returned for another year of combat in Iraq back in 2009, and just recently returned from a year on staff in Kabul, Afghanistan. I must admit with some humility that I often am surprised by the reactions of civilians when they meet me for the first time and hear that story. And I'm most often asked, how long did it take you to recover? You know, I never had an answer to that question until I was placed with my first service dog, Domi, and I learned how to heal. She allowed, I was going to be strong through that part. She allowed me to deal with my injury and find solutions for a lifetime of disability that I now understood. Together, we made numerous trips to Walter Reed, the Center for the Intrepid down in San Antonio, and we even met the president, which was amazing. We inspired the newly injured, sparked interest in our service, and the bottom line of this story is Canine Companions changes lives. Today I stand before you as a proud successor. Kylan, who's laying down right there, and I will continue down the path that Domi and I forged. We will spread awareness, and we too will tell our CCI story. Most importantly, Kylan will once again fill a place in my heart that has been broken since I lost Domi to Lyme disease. But tonight, our family will be complete when I return home tonight. Whew. Thank you. Thank you. This was just a trick. May God protect us as we all travel home. May God bless our CCI family. May God bless America. Thank you.